everyone! I am Tacet, and welcome to the Gems of War Tower of Doom stream, week 17, day 5. We are done with Tower of Doom, however, but it is a Vault event weekend, and as you can see on the bottom, we still have data from the previous stream, and we're just going to be keeping track of it all weekend as far as how much loot we end up getting from the Vault event. So far, a pretty good rate, 3 hours and, excuse me, 6 Vault keys so far. Which means we've gotten 2 every single hour. We're pretty much at the drop rate for Gnomes. However, we're above drop rate by like double for Vault keys. So doing pretty good in that regard. Gnomes about normal. Vault keys about double the what we should normally be getting. So we got pretty lucky. We even got 2 back-to-back. So that ended up giving us a lot. And we ended up getting 3 within 1 hour, which also helped make up for a lot of that. But yeah, a good majority of the stream will be focused on, of course, just grind that out. It is Vault weekend, so any little bit of time that we can get in there, we do want to be getting in there, as it is very, very valuable, to say the least, to focus that down. Gnomes, of course, give a lot of various good resources like glory, souls, gems, gem keys, and even Vault keys. And Vault keys are used to get a wide range of even more useful resources. Like event keys and orbs and even Cedric Sparklesack himself, which is a pretty good gold gaining troop. But that's pretty much the game plan. Should also probably go do dailies a bit just to get those out of the way. Do keep in mind, gnomes can appear on your daily adventure board, by the way. They cannot appear in dungeons, and they cannot appear in delves. However, they do appear on daily adventure boards. So these battles right here, they do have a chance of being gnomes, so it's a good chance you'd actually find 1 gnome in doing all 9 of them. Let's see if we can actually prove that correct. Hopefully we'll find one here. But even if we don't, they do actually appear here. We'll maybe get unlucky and not find one. But hello everyone. Hope all of you have been having a wonderful day so far. Let's see. Mine has been all over the place. Gosh. Let's see. My mom has finally ended up getting her divorce thing this morning. I had to go for the trial thing to just help out with that. But, yep, it's 100% confirmed that she is no longer married, so that's finally been situated. They've been separated, like the second person she got married to, they've been separated for like 5 or 6 years, but she's still never got it like officially, like, legally separated, like fully. But that has finally been done as of today. Let's see. Hello, Foro. Hello, Isabel. Hello, Jellybean. Hello, I said Foro. Hello, Locknor. Hello, Tyranny. Hello, I am Pard. Need a Glaceon team, no Mythics or Bloodhammer. Glaceon. Ooh, that's a normal combo I like using it with. You could try Glaceon with Cockatrice combo. That's one I used on my Nintendo Switch account, actually, when Glaceon was my first legend. I believe I ended up running... Oh, I forget the full team. I feel like it was Mountain Crusher, Glaceon, Cockatrice, and one other troop. There might have been a chance I didn't bother using Mountain Crusher there. I'm not sure. But I know I used Glaceon into Cockatrice for sure. It's a pretty cheap way to make Glaceon work since you have Entangle and Brown mana accumulation. And then you can just feed that right into your Glaceon. Plus, Cockatrice already has a +1 yellow. So even though it's blocked on Brown, you can still 2-turn it to full mana. And then you can just put 2 utility troops around it depending on what you want to run or what you have to run. Apothecary is also a decent consideration since it has no mana conflict with either of them. And it will be able to feed you mana into both, and also have cleanse. So building something around like Mountain Crusher, Glaceon, Apothecary, Cockatrice, or a Glaceon, Cockatrice, Apothecary, something in last slots, are things to consider, depending on how you want to run it. It sounds exactly like how your mom is right now. Yeah, all the legal stuff is very, very annoying with that. Another reason I kind of don't want to get married. It's just a gigantic mess. Like, I wouldn't mind being with someone forever, but to, like, actually get married, like, the whole process with that, it just seems, I don't know, rather dated. Other than maybe the tax benefits and stuff for it. Sunspear with Glaceon? Sunspear could work, because you get more reds on the board that you can then convert into Doom Skulls, which could be fine, if you wanted to go down that route. You would need something red-related to feed the red into, though, at least. Hello, William! Hello, Birdleaf! Hello, RMAXTube! Hello, T3! Welcome, welcome, everyone. Hope all of you have been having a good Vault event so far. Ours has definitely been above average, at least. Let's see, how many Vault keys are we actually at? We're at 129 Vault keys. So next vault key we get will be level or 130 of them. Oh yeah, let me go get up the thing so I can start marking down that we have progress. Hold up. Let's see. Where did it go? I'm looking for the where'd it go? Where did it go? 1 second. Oh, it's all the way at the top, duh, because I just created them. But let me go get this in then. 46. There we go. 46 of them. And we'll keep marking that up as we need to. Okay, get our kill there. So, any way you can bait... Oh, I didn't even look at what the loot was. Fail. I was looking away. So any way you can... Oh, it was only 5 gems. You can get into hooking up chat with another big code. Probably not tonight. Next time we'll probably do a big code. We'll be on... oh, what's it called? On Valentine's Day. Will probably be our next really big code. Or no, or maybe tomorrow's stream. We'll see. We'll see. It is a Vault event after all. And Vault events are for giving lots of loots. Yeah, Vault key rate's pretty good right now. Any week we get more than 10 Vault keys on a weekend. Or, you know, during a Vault event, I consider it a successful Vault event. We're already at 6 on the first day. Because you can go hours on dry streak sometimes. Ah, 200 glory, that's awful. Wait, why did we get 4 wait, oh, duh. Wait. Processing. Why did we get 4 white pet food? Oh, duh. I was gonna say, because that's not a drop any gnome has. It's, duh. We're on an adventure board. That really threw me off for a second. Because I forgot that it counts in the loot table. I was gonna say, no gnome has a 4, pet food drop. The pet gnome can drop a, also we got a glory gnome there, which is just an example that you can get them under adventure board. As I mentioned, dungeons don't have them, but adventure board does. But yeah, I was gonna say, the only white pet food drops you actually can get off of pet gnomes are 1 and 2 white pet food. 1 off of finding a pet gnome while you don't have a pet active, and if you happen to do it while you do have a pet active, which isn't advised, but if you do happen to have that happen, you'll end up getting 2 white pet food. And no other loot other than that. Seems at this rate we could get 10 per day. I wish. If we can maintain this rate, yes. However, we were pretty lucky this morning. Like, that was way above average. You only expect one like once every 90 minutes or so. And we were getting 2 per hour. Which is way above average. The gnome rate was at par, though. You would normally get about 15 gnomes per hour or so at a 3 per win rate. But the gnomes were, I mean, the gnomes were average, but the Volkies were like beyond double of what should have happened. So why is my throat so watery right now? Or in need of water? It's like, almost feels like I have dust down there, gosh. Maybe there was some on the mic and I just swallowed it. Who knows? Okay, where were we? Cut that out. How do you survive? Oh, let's do that into Pokety Poke. And Pokety Poke shall kill. Or not kill. And now kill. Have I tried pulling keys to get Mech Gnome? No, I have not. We'll get it immediately as soon as we open these. I'm just saving them for when we get a rework. But 1 more. And we'll finally get there. Or to 130, that is. Okay, well, let's keep hunting. The hunt shall continue. Also, we'll give out code on next Vault Key, or when we hit 50 total gnomes. Whichever happens first. Huh, I guess I'll do the same thing we did this morning. And if we happen to get a Vault Key on 50, I'll hand out a bigger code. I guess we'll keep doing that for Vault event weekends. That actually seems like a fun thing to do. Set a goal, and once we reach that number, if it's a Vault Key on that number, we hand out a bigger code. And if we don't, we just hand out normal code. This morning we handed out a bigger one when we got a Vault Key on the number. Actually, we got 2 in a row, which is kind of funny. Because people were discouraged when we got one before, and then we just ended up getting 2 in a row, and it ended up working out quite funnily. Vault Key on the 50th, I wish. I'll start calling it every single one if we keep getting that streak. It's very unlikely that would happen. Like, the fact that it happened this morning was insane. Because it's only like 1 in 15 chance or something. It's somewhere around there. I don't know exact chance. I'm not sure if anyone has a data mined recently. Because there's a possibility they tweaked it. Up, another one for our counter. What are we up to? 47? Put that right in there. Hello, Zex! Welcome! Oh, wow. Getting a lot of gnomes. They really like coming in bunches. Honestly, I think I might want 12 epic ingots more than a Vault Key from that thing. Ah! Yay, I got it. There we go. Because as far as loot that I still need, Vault Keys, even though they're really valuable, don't really have anything I need. Other than, I guess, maybe major purples, gem drops, gem keys, and major blues. Or really any blue, for that matter. But those are like the only drops. Every single other drop I really don't need from the current Vault Key system. Well, and I guess 1 mech gnome, but obviously going to get that after we open a few dozen, regardless. But yeah, nice. 12 epic ingots. I believe we only need about 400 more at this point. Actually, this gnome event's bringing us closer than anything so far to finally having all the epic weapons done. I think by next gnome event, we will have every epic weapon in the game maxed. There's a really good chance we will reach it at that point. I don't think we're going to be able to get it done this Vault event, unfortunately, though. But next Vault event, there is a really high chance we have every weapon in the game maxed except for the some of the Doom weapons. Because almost no one has all the Doom weapons maxed. It's super expensive to do so. You have to spend like almost 4,000 gems every single Doom event, which pretty much no one does. And not with that attitude. Well, it requires a lot of luck. Because on average, we're only going to hit the 12 epic ingot drop about once every other hour. And we'll probably hit the ultra rare at least once an hour. And in combination, that means... what would that come out to? That would probably be about 8 or so epic ingots per hour. And we need 400 something. Which means on average... we would need like 50 hours of grinding gnomes to be able to do it. Unless we get really lucky and get a lot of the 12 drops. Because he has 2 drops I want. Well, that and Vault Key. But he has 12 epic ingots, which gives us 12 epic ingots. And 20 ultra rare, which gives us 2 epic ingots. Anything else I don't need from him. Yeah, we're about to gain hero level 2, nice. So close. We were at a rate of getting a level once every other day earlier. We've kind of fallen out of that some. We're technically a few days behind that curve. However, that's not too big a deal. As long as we reach level 1,600 by the end of this year. Arbitrary goal again. 1,500 was last year. 1,600 is this year. I think we'll easily be able to reach 1,600 though. Technically, anything below level 2,000 is not max stats. Because hero keeps gaining stats up to 2,000. It doesn't apply to anything else in your team, but your hero still gains a few. We're 5 stats short of what would be max hero class stats. And while as more stats keep coming into the game, that becomes more and more irrelevant. It's still better than nothing. quite a bit of a difference if you look at it between 2,000 to 1,000. That's a 10 stat difference. 2 of which I believe are magic. Among other among other stats for it. I'm pretty sure 2,000 was magic again. I know 1,000 was. I'm not sure if they put it at a different interval though. There's a list of it somewhere, I forget where it is. Isn't the max level 10,000? Yes. Though it's literally impossible to reach. The closest person is only in the low 2,000s. Not a single person is even in 3,000 yet. And with how it's scaled, the game won't even exist by the time anyone's going to get even close to 10,000. It'll probably take over a decade or 2 decades before the first person even reaches 5,000 in the current state of the game. Unless they have some kind of way to like substantially gain more EXP than what exists, or if they rework how the EXP system works beyond a certain point. But with how it's currently scaled, a person who is currently level 2,000 would take about 10 to 20 years to reach level 5,000. Let's see, I'll take that down for now. Grab our splody. But there is no real benefit to going above 2,000. Once you've reached 2,000, you're technically maxed. Anything beyond that's just to show a higher number for the fun of it. But you don't really gain any substantial benefit beyond 2,000. Because 2,000 is when you gain the last actual benefit from it. You do technically still keep getting mastery, but with how mastery scales, every level from 2,000 to 10,000, I don't even think will end up being a 0.5% extra amount of mana surge. So it's a very, very minimal change. Speaking of that, what are our percent chances at right now, these days? Oh, I keep saying they're at 66%. They're at 64% with purple at 67. I believe if we go even on all of them, they would have been around 66. But, yeah, we have about a 64 point something for each one, and a 67 point something for purple. Which actually makes our mastery ever so slightly weaker. However, I like having it. We have the highest purple surge chance in the game. For no reason other than to have the highest purple surge chance in the game. There's no actual realistic reason for doing that, though. It actually makes your account slightly weaker. Though it's, like, almost not noticeable at all. Because it's only about a 1% mana surge chance thing. Oh, there's our 50. Okay, here's the one. If he drops a vault key, we will hand out bigger code. If he does not, we'll hand out normal code. Let's see if we can go pull early morning luck right now. It's very unlikely. We'll see what it is. Nope. Well, he gave a key. That is the wrong key, though, unfortunately. But I'll give out normal code. Since we get a gem key, everyone gets a gem key. You get a gem key. You get a gem key. Everyone gets the gem key. Okay, let me go find where the codes are. Normal codes. Oh, yeah, I never copy-pasted the new normal codes. Need to go do that. But for now, let me just go do this one. Refresh this since we already used that one. Well, that's kind of convenient at least, though. So we get a gem key, and now we give everyone a gem key. Here you go. There you guys go. There's the redeem code. Your invite code can be found in your settings menu. Whatever your game says right over there is what you put in. Redeem code's right over in chat. Just copy paste the random numbers and letters. The code is used on gemsofwar.com. Use the game code section or simply click that link. And it gives a normal reward. Oh, apparently, who's streaming right now? But someone else is streaming, apparently. But it gives the same reward as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. And we'll get double that because apparently someone else is also streaming. I believe it's probably Keylime. I don't know. Is Keylime streaming right now? Or is it someone else? Salty's definitely not. But anyways. Next order of business. Keep grinding. Oh yeah, Keylime. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Also, thank you whoever keeps claiming them for me, by the way. Very helpful. They're all going to go to our next Mythic key opening video, which is soon. Actually, really soon. Next Friday. Not today, but a week from now. We're getting a new Mythic. It's a very heavy true damage dealing Mythic. We should have enough to just do it off of gem keys. I think we're almost up to 1,000. Yeah, by Monday we'll get a few. And plus we're going to get some during this event too. So, yeah, we might be able to reach 1,000 by then. Depends how many we get this weekend. Excuse me. But, yeah, really just depends how many we get this weekend. On if we'll have enough for it. Well, definitely going to have enough resources for it, obviously. But ideally, I want to do it off of just gem keys and nothing else. Not too big a deal if we don't, if we have to dip in the seals, but, we'll see how it goes. Once it gets there. Also, since Keylime is streaming, I should go say hi to him real quick. Oh yeah, definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream, as Lochner mentioned. Definitely helps out a lot for YouTube algorithm reasons. How much most expensive a single battle? Or wait, how much most experience a single battle? Experience is actually based on how many troops you kill. So theoretically, you can get infinite experience within a single battle. It's not realistic to, but you can. The amount of experience you get is based per kill multiplied by all of the experience bonuses you have. So you'll notice for all of these battles, we're going to gain about the exact same amount of experience. Oops, I didn't mean to cast that one. We're going to be gaining, let's see, how much is it? I'm going to be gaining personally 103. However, you'll notice if we ever do a battle where we end up getting multiple kills, we're actually going to get more than 103. Unfortunately, I can't really do an example with this because we're going to one-shot all of them always, and none of them are going to have a summon. But if one of them was to go and summon, and we killed 5 things, we would get about 128 EXP rather than 103, and it would just keep going up and up and up per every single kill we do. So the more kills you do within a given battle, the more EXP you're going to get. You thought it only went up to 60 kills? Oh yeah, my bad. It does actually have a cap. My bad. I lied. I forgot. There is a 60 kill cap per battle. Though realistically, you're not going to be reaching 60 kills within a battle. But yes, you are correct. You can actually only gain experience for up to 60 within a battle. Though realistically, you are very rarely going to be getting any battle, if ever, that will hit up to 60 kills. That's technically infinite. I can't recall a single battle, even when trying to get multiple kills, where it actually went that long. Okay, I guess there might have been a few in the past. But, yeah, it only counts up to 60. However, that is applicable to pretty much every battle you ever do. Which means I could theoretically get, since we're getting about 26 EXP per thing. What is that? What's 26 times, what's 26 times 60? So to answer your question, I could theoretically get 1,560 EXP in a battle. And that could vary based on person, based on how much EXP bonuses you have. But I could get about 1,560. Hey, Volky! Aw, a little late. Little late, Volky. One gnome late. Does that mean we're about to get double Volky? But oh well. Let's add it to the counter. So we got a Volky to stream. So I already made this hour worth it. There we go. Nice. Let me go open this one. And there we go. Oh no, I still like how it fell down. Because we ended up getting a, we ended up giving out a gem key code when we got a gem key. I still find that worked out to be perfect. Plus, I can't be giving out too many mega codes. They are very shiny and only for special occasions. Oh yeah, I got slightly distracted. I meant to go say hi to Keylime real quick. Let's say hi. Let's see. Twitch.tv. What's his link? I don't remember. Oh, I can just go. I'm following him. Let's go say hi to the Key of Lime. I'm not going to turn audio on, though. Hello to the Key of Lime. There we go. To get destroyed down. Oh yeah, it'd be super inefficient to actually try to get that many kills in a single battle. At least in the current state of the game. There might be something that possibly gets a high revive chance in the future. That would be possible to do it on. Like, for example, Drake is a pretty consistent 8 kill per battle. People used to even set it on defend for various reasons in PvP, though it's not really done that much anymore. However, it was a good way to get basically 8 quick kills instead of the normal 4 for double the XP. It was mostly done for the events where you had to kill a bunch of brown troops, though. Or just troops in general. So people don't really do it much anymore. But it was good for EXP too, since it basically doubled the amount of EXP you would get. And if you had a quick kill option that could just clear them all out at once, you could just clear it out, win, and get double the EXP for the battle. Wardbreaker was decently good for that. There's a few others. Oh, 52. Get our splitty splits. And another gem key. We want gem key, vault key, gem key. Likes giving us 1 key at a time, apparently. Yeah, I personally never use ad blocker. Haven't yet. I don't use ad blocker for the same reason why everyone like tips waiters. Because that's basically like the way they make money. Because I make a good majority of my money on this channel from a combination of donations, but mostly from ad revenue. The ad revenue has been down a bit as of recently. That's probably because I haven't been putting out as many guide videos, because those normally rack in a lot of views. Another one, wow, pretty good streak. Let's see, put that in there. Get another splitty split. Yeah, streams normally make, oh wow, 5,000 souls. Streams normally make a lot less money than actual guide videos. But luckily I get to spend time with all of you guys. And that's mostly because streams generally do not have much rewatchability. I know some people still like to watch them after the fact, but generally speaking, it has a lot less rewatchability than a like a guide video or something like that. Like it might have watchability for like a few days to a week, and then it becomes somewhat irrelevant at that point. Whereas guide videos are relevant for months, years. How recent was the was that? Oh wait, what was Army X2 mentioning? Oh, with the ad block thing. Yeah, I haven't been watching much on Twitch for a while now. I almost even keep forgetting to keep checking it. I think the only thing I consistently check there is Salty Stream. And that's mostly because I need to know whatever info she mentions to mention to you guys for whenever she might mention something about a next patch or anything related to the game. She went over Barbarian class last stream, or I should say on Monday. Nothing really too relevant to mention with it though. It's about as useless as we kind of thought it would be. $100 souls. Speaking about as useless as possible. 100 souls is not a good drop. It's actually among one of his worst, if not the worst. However, I theoretically need souls more than diamonds, as weird as that may seem. And that's mostly because we have nothing in end game to use diamonds on. Once you have every single troop in the game, there's nothing to use diamonds for. Because the whole point of diamonds is basically to get mythics. And old weapons that you don't have. But mostly mythics. And I already have all the old weapons, and I already have every mythic. I wish they would do a Zugoff for diamonds for a weapon. And we get like a Dawnbringer that costs like 20,000 diamonds or something. I'm not sure. But I don't know. It'd be nice to have something to use them for. Obviously not something that would make people feel like they're missing out on something. They're kind of like a Zugoff version of something for Diamond Sync. Because some people have way too many diamonds right now. But that's applicable to a lot of resources. Surian did mention it a couple of Q&A streams ago. Or actually like 1 or 2 Q&A streams ago. Because they haven't really been doing many recently. But he ended up mentioning that they do eventually want to add a sync for everything. However, they haven't really been adding any syncs. Like, we got Soul Sync kind of on lock as of the new metal system that came in last October. But since then, we haven't really gotten a sync. Well, I guess technically we got an additional Soul Sync as well when... No, never mind. I just mentioned metals twice. I was about to mention metals again. But yeah, metals is the only sync we've really gotten in really recent times. And by recent times, I mean the last several months. I guess theoretically we got a bit of a gold sync with the rework that was done to guilds. However, that was going to sync gold regardless. Like, the whole point of guilds is to sync infinite gold. And they still sync infinite gold. Changing it slightly didn't sync how much gold it synced. It just changed the reward payout a bit. So we're not doing too bad on gnomes right now. We're at 9. Anything above 15 per hour I would consider decent. These 15 should be about the average that we get. Crafting old event cards to get kingdom powers. Yeah, you do want to make sure you get things maxed so you can get star levels. There's a couple different ways of going about doing it. Event keys are one of the easier ways of doing it. It's one of the few things event keys are pretty good for. Focusing it on a specific kingdom if you want to go and upgrade it. So what level are we at? I believe we got 93 last I recall. And yeah, we're still at 93. Oh, we got 93 like several battles ago. I didn't really make much mention of it at the time. I had a feeling we'd easily reach level 100 this weekend, and that is the case. We'll probably get it tomorrow morning stream. Very good chance we'll have it by then. Because we'll get about a level and a half, or almost 2 levels per hour. And with that being said, that will probably bring us to 99. And then tomorrow night we get it to 100. And I wanted to get it max before Guild Wars, and we have plenty of time. We still have a whole week in between. How many trophies do I have? Oh yeah, good question. I don't know. It's definitely over 1,000. There's no way it's not over 1,000. Well, then again, it actually could be not over 1,000 because we're only getting 1 at a time. Because almost every battle I'm doing is giving 1 trophy, not 2. So never mind. It actually is possible that we're not over 1,000. However, we are over 1,000. We're at 1,386. Which actually makes us the highest trophies in the guild this week. Oh, no, I lied. Why Gamora? You were here earlier. Or are you here now? You beat me on trophies. Yeah, why Gamora is beating us by, what was that? 300, actually exactly 300, right? No, 297. Why Gamora is beating us by. But we have the second highest in the guild this week. We'll probably have over 2,000 by the end of this weekend. Maybe even closer to 2,500 or 3,000. Has he been doing Arena? I don't believe Arena is anywhere near as close to as quick as Phoenicia farming. What weapon is he running for it? Is he doing the same one every single time, or is he switching? Ah, 2 minor trait stones. That's one of his other pretty useless drops. We do not have a mana, so let's take that for now. Grab that, and he's dead off the split. Because I ended up fixing the glitch feature thing where Doom weapons used to have boost ratio. Their tempering level used to work in Arena, which was very broken because they could basically just one-shot the entire thing. That is not a thing that works anymore. You can still get really good value out of them, but you can't just boost ratio and auto-kill anymore. Which did make them pretty quick at the time. That was fixed several patches ago. Like 4 patches, 3-4 patches ago. Lasted for about 6 months or so. Let's see. Get our splits. Come on, show us good loots. Stop hiding from us, gnomes. Give us above the average. Gotta find 5 more and then 1 billion more after that. Let's see, what's the timer at right now? It is at... Oh yeah, I keep forgetting you can't click A through that button. Like every other location you can. Yeah, it'd be 23 minutes then. We need to find 5 more gnomes. I think we can manage. Did I activate the Patreon notification? What? The one that will notify if someone becomes a new Patreon? No. I still need to get all my alert system set up. Probably need to very soon. Keep forgetting about it. Kind of keeps slipping my minds. Yeah, I don't have the notification set up for the things on the stream. I used to, but then it like stopped working. I still need to go tweak it to make it work again. Similar to how our chat just magically likes to stop working. The notifications are the same way. Like this morning, it was a really big issue with our chat just magically not working for no reason. Yet the stream hasn't happened a single time. But for whatever reason, this morning it was happening. And the alerts, for whatever reason, seems to like to do the same. It's one of the reasons why I was considering switching over to a different program. I was going to try, instead of using Streamlabs, I was going to try switching over to Stream Elements. But yeah, once I get it set up again, I'm probably going to try it through Stream Elements and just see if it's worth it doing it that way. I've never used the program before, but it's should be pretty straightforward. Don't you think the game would be more fun if they add cosmetic avatar? Yes, I would like it. However, they the main reason they haven't really added more things for that is they've had a lot of trouble in the past selling cosmetics for the game. They've had a long history of this being a problem. Even when the game launched, there was a bunch of cosmetic armors that existed within the game that basically no one bothered buying. There's the armors we know today, or most of them were implemented at that point, and no one was buying them. However, once they added bonuses to them, like resource bonuses, they ended up buying like crazy. So they've had a really big issue just in general throughout the entire history of this game ever selling cosmetic stuff. Like when they ended up adding that dwarf and bunny, they had a big time trying to sell that too. And because they ended up having like so few people buy, they ended up charging like $50 for the cosmetic pet thing, because so few people were buying them that they were like, oh, for the few people that do buy, you might as well just make the price really high. I still don't have the Android pet either, because it's never gone on sale. And I'm really hesitant to bother spending $50 for it just for completionist's sake. Yeah, the main thing I kind of wish the game would add, though, is something like shiny cards. Something that could give us like animations for our backgrounds and stuff like that, like behind the cards. They already have a bunch of animations that they could be having behind them that they already use for kingdoms. But to have these have more flair to them would be pretty cool. Because right now there's not really much going on top of the card itself. And I guess that's somewhat because of special effects as well and stuff. Because once you start getting a lot of special effects, there's like a billion things going on around it. But the default card having full mana doesn't really have anything. And the card that doesn't have full mana definitely doesn't have anything going on. Kind of cool to have some flair there. Actually, I believe that one game I started 2 months ago, or technically I've known about it for ages, Clash Royale, I believe it was. I always keep forgetting its name compared to the other one. Yeah, I believe it's Clash Royale. And that one ended up about a year or year and a half ago implementing a upgrading system where you don't gain any extra benefit from it, but you get like a cosmetic addition to troops. And I don't know, stuff like that I really like being able to, if you have like a absurd amount of surplus of resources, just being able to waste those for no actual benefit to the game, but to go and have a visual increase to something to make it look nicer. I really like stuff like that. Gems of War hasn't implemented anything like that yet. Elite Levels is kind of like their version of that, which does do a slight visual, obviously, on the side. But it's not any kind of like animation thing. And it does do stats. Though I don't mind the fact that it does do stats. But it doesn't have any kind of, I don't know, it doesn't like distinguish it enough. Like a card having this isn't really too special. They could definitely do more than that. But I guess their main concern might be having the card look too active. And they want to go something a bit more minimal. For Explorer level 12, you're using Shabanu and 2x Yellow Guardians and Doomed Axe is really amazing. That sounds decent, yeah. You can just go spam Shabanu and then one-shot Doomed Axe after buffing up. Did they end up making it that expensive? Gosh. I know Death Knight in US dollars is $50, which is basically about the equivalent of one game. And I do generally consider Death Knight armor the option of buying the game, as far as Gems of War is concerned. Because it gives you free scouting from VIP 3. It gives you a really high amount of resource gain. It makes it so you don't have to spend 1,000 gems or 1,000 gems on Dragon armor or Celestial armor, assuming you didn't already have them. And assuming you don't want them for cosmetic purposes. And it also just gives you a decent kind of starting amount of keys. But I've always considered that the buy option for Gems of War. Some people technically had to buy armors twice. Because way back in the day, you actually had to buy gems to easily get the armors. Back when Dragon armor and Celestial armor were a thing. And both of those were kind of mandatory. And then everyone bought $50 for the Death Knights. So they technically charged twice for some of the people who've been playing the game for a long, long time. Stop giving us 2 minor trade stones. We do not need them. The devs don't think about third world countries. Well, it's probably just because of how the currency rate ends up exchanging. Would I play Smash with people who have a copy too? Sure, I could do that sometime. I don't see why not. Definitely need to stream other games more often. Yeah, Smash would be one I would love to do that for. get like a lobby going and we just play with everyone in stream. The only problem with that is I'm not sure if we'd have enough people. Because obviously this isn't really much of a Nintendo channel. Even though I do love everything Nintendo related. I don't actually, you know, it's not really like a heavily Nintendo focused channel. So I'm not sure if we'd even have enough people to do that for. We definitely have some amount of interest. Oops, did I make the number go up? Did I remember or not remember to make the number go up? The answer is not remember. Okay, good. Let me go do that then. I thought I didn't. I was just wanting to double check. Okay. Let's see. 58. What do you think of the next Mythic with the 10 times boost ratio? Is it a bit too much? No, I don't personally feel like it's going to be a bit too much. I feel like it's actually going to be pretty clunky because it has a really big purple gain that it doesn't actually use. And I'm not really sure what the connecting synergy troop is really going to be in the current state of the game. Maybe it'll eventually get a really good synergy linking troop. But last I recall, it doesn't actually have anything that's going to make it work. It's also going to be a little bit slow as far as how it applies its damage. If I'm not mistaken, it's only a double hitting troop. So you're not ever going to be getting a just one wipe the entire team kind of cast. It's going to function very similarly to that of Scorpius, actually, if I had any kind of comparison for it. It's going to be like a PvP version of Scorpius in a way, except without needing the poison requirement, where it's just going to double kill to double kill. Also, keep in mind, it doesn't matter if they give it 1,000 damage. You could just barrier against it and be fine. Anything that has a hit like that doesn't have any kind of board control is decent to counter. It's actually probably going to be even easier to counter than Arachnine Weaver in that sense, because at least Weaver, if you barrier it, it at least gets webbed. But it has the same kind of condition as Weaver, where it basically has to get a kill in order to get good value. And if you're constantly getting barriers and preventing it from getting kills, it is going to be very bad against whatever team it's running against. Barrier spam is probably going to be its biggest weakness, especially if we ever get a good purple barrier spam option. I guess actually that wouldn't really matter as much, but just barrier spam options in general are going to be really good against it. Because its damage is irrelevant if you're hitting on barrier. But yeah, I honestly feel like some people might be hyping it up more than it will really be. Like, its boost ratio is pretty big, but Ferris Raw's boost ratio is big too, and it's relatively useless, other than for soul farming. Big boost ratio doesn't automatically make a card good. Its biggest benefit is it will probably be meta offensively, but it'll probably be bad defensively. Like, I don't know. It's going to be very situational based on the team that you're facing. It is not something you would run against everything, for sure. Because it has some pretty hard counters. It probably will be most useful as a Guild War utility, I feel like. Not something you would constantly run for Guild Wars, but to slot into your team. Kind of like Obsidious. Like, you wouldn't always run Obsidious, but something that you use on occasion in order to assist with disabling something. And you'd kind of use her for the same way, in that you would use her in an instance where you really need to secure a double kill. Or if they have no kind of real counter to her ability. Or if you had a connecting purple troop that would work for it. Like, for example, on Brown Day, using it with a brown purple. And then doing like a skull spam follow-up or something. I believe she uses brown. I actually forget what 3 colors she uses. Pretty sure brown was one of them. I know purple is not one of them. Which is weird because of how purple dependent the troop is. But I feel like she's only going to be slightly above average, personally. Well, we'll find out in a week. And I believe the devs are previewing it on Monday night. And super dead. Come on, where's our last two gnomes? We're getting like right at drop rate as far as gnome number. Our Volkies have been great, but gnome number has been as average as it could possibly be. Is it possible to equip the same medal on one troop 3 times? What do you mean by that? Is it possible to equip with the same medal one troop 3 times? Could you rephrase that? I'm not quite sure what you mean by that question. Oh, Volky, nice. Let's add that to the Volky stack. Also, we just got 2 Volkies in an hour again. We're currently on a track of 2 Volkies per hour this entire event. I am perfectly fine with keeping up that streak. Very nice. 8 Volkies. How much does that bring us to total? I believe that's 131 now, right? Oh, good thing I checked back. Tribute time. Replenish those gems. We need to get that number back to 20,000. Repair those gems. So close yet so far. Monday we'll get it back up to almost 20,000 by then. Between all the grind we'll be doing this weekend combined with Monday gems coming in. Also, can you not lag? Might be time to restart the game real quick. Generally, every single hour you should be restarting the game if you're playing Explore this quickly. Or any battles this quickly. Let me do that real quick. Claim our 14 gems. That better say 43 when we come back. Let's see. I've never seen it glitch out where it wouldn't give us the resources before. But you never know. So let's restart the game so it doesn't lag. And we should have 19,043 gems. 44. Wait, where did the extra one come from? Did I miscount by one? Apparently. Grab that. Okay, back to the thing. Let's keep going. Gotta find at least one more gnome this hour to get right at drop rate. The Volkies are way above average right now. For the amount of time we've been grinding, we should only have like 3 Volkies. Maybe 4. But we have 8. Yes, every single medal can be stacked up to 3 times if you equip them. With the only exception being Anu. And the reason for that is all manas in the entire game do not stack with each other. And that's applicable to every single mana start in the game, not just Anu. But yes, every single medal currently that exists stacks with the exception of Anu. But as far as when you upgrade troops, if that's what you're referring to, keep in mind that it doesn't actually matter which ones you put in, because those things don't go and give you stats. They just give you the static amount of stats that show up on the page. You just want to make sure you upgrade them with the correct rarities. But the actual ones you upgrade with do not actually give them that effect, if that's what you're referring to. As far as the 3 global medal equips, they can switch out whenever. Those do stack, with the only exception of Anu. Oh, why did I not take the 4 times? Could have already won. Whoops. Whoops. I had no problem for the code. Oh, is it not used up yet? I'm really surprised if so. But there you go. There's the code if not. Oh, so why is it lagging? We just restarted it so it wouldn't be lagging. Why must you still be lagging? Why? Why do this? Yes, 3 Nishas is a 12 magic bonus. That is correct. Similar to how right now we have 3 medals of guard, giving 8 armor each. And if we go check our Rowan page or any of our troops, you'll see that we have a 24 additional armor bonus. As you can see, actually right there, 24. Because we're getting 3 8s. And they do stack. It's for every troop you use. So every single troop that we have right now is getting that 24 armor bonus. So that one's getting it. This one's getting it. Rowan's getting it, obviously, like we showed earlier. But everything on your entire team gets it, including your defend team, whatever you have active at the time. Hey, level 94. Nice. 6 more levels to go. But I believe that's what you're asking, Simple. I'm not quite sure. If anyone else still has any other questions, do let me know as well. Yeah, they are going to be adding more medals. It's 100% going to happen. It's most likely happening during the 5.0 patch, which is going to be this summer. It's likely 3 patches from now. Next patch will be 4.8 and likely be a class rework or whatever they're going to do. Then we're going to get a mini patch of something. I have no clue. And then we're probably going to get 5.0 during the summer. That's most likely going to be their plan for patches. And what they do past then, we don't know, other than the fact that they're probably going to rework Treasure Hunt and Arena later this year, after 5.0. No, you can get more copies of Farce on Rowan by randomly getting Glory Gem Guild or VIP chests. All have the chance of giving you Rowan drop. It's completely random though. Another way that you can get it is check the green and blue summoning stones in Soulforge every single week. And it is possible that a Rowan appears there. And if there is one there and you want to go for it, there's a 1 in 8 chance every single time you open one of them, assuming Rowan is there, that you would end up getting her. What class am I running right now? I'm just running Archmages. Does not matter what hero class you're running with this team. We're just running it for the purpose of leveling it. And the reason I'm trying to level it is I want to have it at level 100 before Purple Guild War comes around 2 weeks from now. Which we'll easily have it 100 by then. We'll probably have it 100 by tomorrow. But then we'll go level another one. Yeah, all the troops like that are always in the drop table. Event keys would make it easier to get when it's applicable, when it's a Far as a Thorns event. But you can still get it whenever. In Glory Gem Guild and VIP chests. It's just completely random luck on if you do or do not get it. And there's so many things in the drop table that you could open hundreds and not get a single copy. She doesn't gain too excessive of a gain from being upgraded. I checked it the other day. I believe it's only a 5 or 6 damage. I believe it was 5 damage increase from going from level 19 to 20. It's either 5 or 7, actually, I believe. One or the other. But it's not too excessively high. Yeah, I believe it was 7. Because it was about as much as... because I was comparing it to something as far as what its value was. But yeah, I believe it actually was 7. There's a website that you can check for the exact number for every single troop. I'm going to double check it at the moment, but I know it's pretty small. Like, it's single digit the amount of benefit it's going to gain to damage. Though every little bit counts. Oh, I know what it was. I was comparing it to the 6 magic that you get for fully medaling it. So yeah, it was either 5 or 7. Because I was comparing it to being almost the exact same as how much you would get for fully medaling the troop. Is the difference between getting it to level 19 to 20. I knew there was something I was comparing it to. And we killed it out. So did we ever get a gnome in that time? How are we still one gnome short? Come on, there we go. There's our 60. Are you going to drop us Vault Key to give us 3 Vault Keys this hour? You know you want to. You know you want to. Or at least give us 4 gem keys. Or 20 gem drop. Or 3 event keys. 3 event keys is theoretically worth more than 4 gem keys. It's worth 42 gems, whereas 4 gem keys is worth 36 gems. However, I do not need more event keys. My event key stack is actually pretty bloated right now. It is at 6,523. We do not need more event keys. I would convert these 1-to-1 with gem keys, even though they theoretically cost 50% more. I would totally trade these 1-to-1 just for more gem keys. But unfortunately, we cannot. But anyways, guys, did anyone else have any other questions or anything you want me to go over? Also, hello, Dortero, welcome, and hello, Hassan, as well. But anyone have any other questions? Otherwise, we're probably going to be wrapping up a bit for tonight, with our final count being at, for the hour, or not for the hour, but for all the grinding we've done so far, is at 60 gnomes and 8 Volkies, which so far this weekend is pretty decent loot, among all the other loots that we got. Obviously, I'm not tracking every single individual thing. Otherwise, we'd waste a lot of time trying to track it all. I have in the past. I would not advise doing it because you have to track so many different things because there's so many different drops. But anyways, guys, we're going to be back tomorrow, probably closer to noon again. Today was mostly because of the trial thing for my mom's divorce, but today, or for tomorrow, it's mostly probably just because I want to sleep in. So we'll do that. I'll probably be back around noon tomorrow, and we'll be back on the grind. And see if we can get anything juicy from the gnomes. Best of luck with all of your grinding. Definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps out a lot, as Druck mentions, as well as a few others. And I will catch you guys very, very soon. We'll be back, as I mentioned, noon tomorrow, which is about 15 hours from now tomorrow, noon Eastern Standard Time. And we'll also be back tomorrow night, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow, as we do every night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Though do keep in mind, this Sunday, I'm actually going to be doing it at a slightly different time. I'm not sure exactly when, but probably closer to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday. And that's mostly because of Super Bowl. So I want to go and do our nightly stream a little bit earlier, just so that it doesn't run into Super Bowl, because I'm doing quite a bit that day for various things, just to kind of celebrate a bit, relax, and just wanted to throw the stream in kind of in the middle there, just so it doesn't really conflict for anyone who will be watching it. So, yeah, slightly different time for that Sunday. But other than that, normal time as always. But anyways, guys, catch you guys later. Thank you so much for stopping by, and the best of luck with your gnome hunts. Goodbye, everyone.